prepared today. Right? Shalom, shalom. Like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessed salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. Brother Schwab, I'm back at you with another lesson. And as always, we come out here on these highways and byways, week in and week out, day in and day out, to prophesy the downfall of the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? Prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, the whore of Babylon, which is also known as America, and to preach salvation unto you Hebrew Israelites, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of, and salvation is unto you. All right. And then we're in those times where we have to repent if you want to be saved. And if you don't repent, you most likewise perish, man. All right. But today I'm going to the going to a little history of, Thankskilling. All right, because at the end of the day, right now we got a lot of people that are celebrating this shit right now. All right. Right now, they just sitting down at a table, having conversation, getting drunk as hell, all right, with their family members, all right, not even realizing that what they doing is straight wickedness, man, all right. They're out there praying upon Jesus to bless their food and shit like that, all right. Their food is an abomination. Their prayer is an abomination, okay. And they don't even know the true history of Thankskilling. You see, here it is that they won't. A lot of these people will be like, I ain't gonna celebrate Christopher Columbus Day, but they'll sit down at the fucking table and go celebrate Thankskilling, all right? Which they both go fucking hand in hand at the end of the day, all right? And if you think that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai actually likes your feast days, man, he despises your feast days, man. He hates when the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, go out there and celebrate these stupid paganistic holidays, man, not actually knowing what the true history is behind these holidays, all right? We're out there celebrating pretty much the death of all our brothers and sisters that were massacred, man. You see, so-called white man came over here and stole the land from Gad, all right? Stole the land from the Seminole Indians, Reuben, okay? And we'll just sit here and celebrate it like it ain't nothing. All because a lot of people come out and say, I just do it for the food. Well, by you sitting there and just doing it for the food, you partaking in that spirit, man. You're keeping the spirit of that holiday alive, man. All right. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai he's cooking up a whole lot of judgment off of that, man. Again, that's what when we come on these highways and byways and tell you about these holidays, we tell you the same thing over and over and over and over again. You see? So while you out there having a good old time, drinking, eating, all right, making mirth with this stupid ass holiday, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting you on the list, man, for destruction. He's putting you on that list for judgment. And judgment is being cooked up as we speak. Guarantee you tomorrow, the rest of this week, all right, you're going to hear about a lot of deaths, all right? Once again, every time there's a holiday, there's going to be a whole lot of deaths. And every time you do one and you continue to keep celebrating, you're provoking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to anger, man, all right? So, yeah, look out in the news. Matter of fact, today in the news, I was watching, a brother posted up a certain post on Instagram. He was from the San Diego area, man. San Diego was going berserk because the power outages, man. There was a whole bunch of power outages all on Thanksgiving. So imagine these people, because a lot of these people get up at 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning and start cooking this abominated ass turkey, cook all types of food early as hell. They won't get up for anything else early as hell. All right, but they'll get up early as hell for the massacre of our brothers and sisters, man. All right, of our ancestors. Simple as that. So there was a whole lot of power outages that had went on, you see? And can you imagine people were in the middle of fucking cooking, in the middle of putting out their little dinners, and boom, lights come off. You can't even finish your fucking dinner for the rest of the day. All right. Now you all beat, no electric in the house, can't watch nothing. All right, because I believe they have stupid ass football games on Sunday too. On Thanksgiving too. You know, so there's a whole bunch of bullshit going on already, and I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of fights going on in people's household. All right, because that shit raises up the spirits, raises up the demons. All right, matter of fact, let me start off with Amos. Let me just jump in Amos real quick, and I ain't gonna be out here too long. You know, Spirit jumped on me to come out here on these highways and byways for a little bit. The YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S. All right. I've been actually just watching videos on, the history of Thanksgiving and, what other brothers had to say about it. And a lot of interesting points out there, man. So this is Amos. Amos 5 and 21. And it says, you know what? I start at 18 for the gospel's sake. Matter of fact, I start at 14. All right. And it says, seek good and not evil, that ye may live. Well, I tell you what, by you celebrating these holidays, these paganistic holidays, you seeking straight evil. You're not seeking to do the righteous thing. Are you seeking straight evil? Okay. And what does it tell you in the scriptures? It tells you not to bring any cursed thing into thy home. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Hold on, I gotta bring out these. This is why I don't bring gloves. I don't bring them, and then I be regretting it because my fingers be cold. But I forget that I don't bring them because then I can't get in my phone. Give me 1 second. See if it comes up this way. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 7 and 26. It says, neither shalt thou bring any abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. You see? All right. So the thing is that by you bringing in these turkeys, all right, you bringing in this Thanksgiving holiday bullshit tradition, all right, you bringing a cursed thing, an abomination into your home. All right. And then what did it say? It said, lest thou be a cursed thing like it. See, by bringing in this curse into your home, you're being a cursed thing just like it. All right. You bringing curses upon your household. You're bringing curses upon you, bringing spirits. You letting demons into your home, man. So that's why in these times, you'll usually have people just start fucking arguing out the woodwork, man, out of nowhere. All right. The whole rest of the week, these people have shitty ass weeks. Why? Because you done brought a damn curse into your home, man. And that shit just opened a portal for a whole bunch of demons to enter. All right. So you're not supposed to bring no cursed thing into your home. All right. Continuing on, going back to Amos. 5 and 14, seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. You see? So if you go after and follow, all right, the ways of righteousness, YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S is always going to be with you. But if you following the ways of the heathen, which it tells you that in the scriptures, follow not the way of the heathen, all right? By you taking on these stupid ass holidays, you're following in the way of the heathen, which the heathen have taught you these stupid ass holidays, man. All right, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh, power of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord Yahweh of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. All right, you see, so it says hate the evil and love the good. So of course, if Yahweh Bashim Yahushua despise your feast days, man, we despise them too. All right, because why? We're walking in the righteous path. We're walking into in the most righteous way we could possibly can. All right. So continuing on, it says, therefore the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, the Lord saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas. And they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. All right, and that's what we're doing. We're complaining continually unto the Lord, man. All right, we're continually. That's what they talk about, that we shall be when it says alas, alas, and they shall call to the husbandmen to mourning. All right, because we're constantly crying out to the Lord, man, to get us up out of here. We're constantly crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to come back and deliver us from this hellhole. All right. And it says, so like, let me read that again. Matter of fact, jump into a quick scripture. Just thought about it. This is 2nd Ezra's. This is 2nd Ezra's 15. 2nd Ezra's 15 and 8. And it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness. Matter of fact, I start at 6. For wickedness, 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Yeah. So by you sitting at this damn dinner table with the rest of your fucking homies, all right, with the rest of your family members and shit, all right, you're committing sin, man, by sitting at this table. Whether you're going over there to celebrate it because you want to celebrate it, or if you just want to sit there and be part of it because you want to feed your stomach. Regardless, man, you're putting your spirit into it, man. You're keeping the spirit of that stupid ass tradition alive. All right. So it says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. And that's what you're doing. You're wickedly exercising in these damn these holidays. Couldn't get it out for a second. It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. You see, and that's what we're constantly doing unto the Lord. We're constantly praying unto the Lord to get us up out of here, man. We can't stand to be around all this wickedness. We can't stand to be around all this vain vanity that vexes our spirit. All right? Let alone we got to see our own family members doing this shit. Oh, you know, you being disrespectful. You're not coming by. You know, you should just come by to see the family. Hell no, man. I ain't stepping foot in nobody's house. You understand? Because by you stepping foot in that house, you allowing demons, you're giving that portal to be opened off to demons to come and dwell with you, man. Just like we read, man. If you let anything that's cursed come into your home, you're going to be cursed just like it. So why would you enter into a home that's full of curses and abominations? All right. Going back now to Amos, all right, 16, 5 and 16. Therefore, the Lord Yahweh, the power of hosts, the Lord Yahweh saith thus, wailing shall be in all streets, and they shall say in all the highways, alas, alas, and they shall call the husbandmen to mourning, and such as are skillful of lamentation to wailing. And in all vineyards shall be wailing, for I will pass through thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and the serpent bit him. See, so the day of the Lord is right around the corner, man. The day of the Lord is nothing to be played with. The day of the Lord is not peace. All right. The day of the Lord is a dark and gloomy day, man. All right. Pure destruction, pestilence, famine. All right. Nuclear missiles, chariots coming out here burning shit up. All right. And it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even every dark and no brightness in, even very dark and no brightness in it? You see? So there's gonna be no light in this day, man. All right. It ain't gonna be a righteous. It's gonna be a righteous day for us. It ain't gonna be a righteous day for the rest of the world, man. It's gonna be pure darkness out here. All right. Darkness, because the ICBM missiles gonna make everything dark out here. The chariots too, but also dark because you guys keep thinking that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is about peace, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is a man of war. All right. Name goes into Al-Sadra, man. Terrible demon-like power. All right. So listen, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gonna bring great destruction, great judgment out here. All right. But here's the point. 21, 5 and 21 in Amos. I despise your feast days. I will not smell your solemn assemblies. All right. You see, so Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai said he hate your feast days, man. He despise your feast days, man. All right. So again, if we are walking in the righteous path and we're walking in the way of Yahushai, all right, we're trying to be that spitting image. That means that we hate those feast days too. All right. So no, we don't want to take part. We don't want to be partakers in your holiday. No, we don't want to come by to just eat some piece of turkey. All right. Or to have your favorite dessert. All right. Or to have some of your coquito or your eggnog, whatever you want to call it. All right. Come have a shot with me. Nah, hell no. All right. Because that will put us in a bad, in the wrong situation, man. Judgment could be brought upon us at any time for that. Especially when you know there's a lot of people that willingly do it and they know that it's wrong and they still go out there and they'll celebrate the shit anyway, man. Because why? They want to have fun. All right. They're trying to make mirth. They bored. All right. Well, you're going to have to pay for that, man. So it says, I despise your feast days. I will not smell your solemn assemblies. Though ye offer burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melodies of thy vows. You see? So people want to celebrate, you know, they put on their music high, they're having a good old time, they're having a they dancing all over the living room, dancing away into the kitchen, you see? But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is just provoking them to anger, man. All right? You out there want to throw up your prayers upon your abominated ass piece of ham with fucking pineapples on it, all right? And and on top of that, you're gonna profane the name. You're gonna use the name profanely, all right? You're gonna call upon God, Jesus, and you asking for him to bless you, bless your food, bless your family, man. Hell no, he ain't gonna bless your family. All right, he gonna destroy your family when the time comes. Everything comes at a certain time. So just because you might get away with it, you might not go through destruction at the moment or be punished at the moment. Your time will come, man. And it's gonna come to you harshly. All right. It ain't gonna be no easy walk in the park. I tell you that. So it says, take thou away from me the noise of thy songs, for I will not hear the melody of thy vows. But let judgment run down as waters and righteousness as a mighty stream. So exactly what's going to happen, man. Judgment is going to rain upon you, man. Judgment is going to be brought upon you as like a mighty stream, quickly, swift destruction. All right, again, constantly making that list. All right, you fucking 2/3 love celebrating stupid ass Santa and shit like that, right? You know how he makes a little naughty list and a good list? Well, you know what? YAHAWAH'S got his own list, man. All right, he's got his list of the righteous and he got the list of the wicked. And when you're being wicked, all right, you're just making that long ass list of all the wicked shit you have done. And he gonna remember every single one of your iniquities, every single one of your sins. And he gonna judge you accordingly, man. All right? So yeah, we don't celebrate things like that. There's a post I put on Instagram yesterday, all right? We don't celebrate Western Thanksgiving here, all right? The only Thanksgiving we celebrate is giving thanks to YAHAWAH'S every single day that we were given this truth, all right? And that he take away not our Holy Spirit, and that he have mercy upon us, man. That's the only Thanksgiving you should be given, all right? Not Thanksgiving to the fucking white man, all right? Celebrating his shit after he just murdered and massacred all your ancestors, all right? All your brothers and sisters, and still doing it till this day. Still stealing land till this day, okay? So it's just bugged out when these people don't, you know, they don't actually take heed of that. As a matter of fact, since I was saying Thanksgiving, all right, let me get 2 Thessalonians. Second. This is 2 Thessalonians. I mean, Slakia, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 17. And it says, pray without ceasing. Matter of fact, I started 16. Rejoice evermore. Pray without ceasing. In everything, give thanks. For this is the will of YAHAWAH'S, all right, concerning you. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying. See? So it said, give thanks in everything you do. That's the only Thanksgiving that we celebrate. We celebrate that daily. All right, giving thanks to YAHAWAH'S, man. All right, for allowing us to receive this truth and allow us to continue in this truth. All right, and again, that he take not away our Holy Spirit, because that's a scary thing for your Holy Spirit to be taken away. All right. Matter of fact, there's one in Ephesians also. I believe it's in 5. Give me 1 second to find it. Yeah, this is Ephesians 5 and let's see if there's another one. Yeah, Ephesians 5, and I'll start at I'll just start at the top. 5 and 1. Be ye therefore followers of Yahweh. All right, yeah. Be ye followers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right. You don't want to be what? Following the multitude to do evil. You don't want to do following after the ways of the heathen. Shalom, brother Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Barakatah, Shabbat Shalom. All right. You don't want to follow the multitude to do evil. You don't want to follow in the way of the heathen. Okay. And it says, be ye therefore followers of Yahweh as dear children, and walk in love as Hamashiach also loved us and has given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to Yahweh for a sweet smelling savor. And it says, but fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be once named amongst you, as becometh saints, neither filthiness nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. You see, but rather giving of thanks. So that's the thanks that we give on a daily basis to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, all right? For the things that we receive, for the knowledge we have received, all right? For the little bit that we have, the portion that has been given to us, all right? We give thanks to that, all right? Because ultimately the best thanks is given that we still alive, man. That you wake up every day, all right? And you're able to have two legs, man. You're able to have 2 eyes, 2 arms, okay? You're able to talk, all right? There's people out there that are blind, man. There's people that ain't got no hearing. People out there that ain't got no legs, no arms. See, we're thankful for these things because we have these things. And ultimately, the best is that we have this truth, man. We have Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua didn't have to give us this truth. He didn't have to give us anything, man. All right? But he has given us this truth, and he has had mercy on us, all right? And may Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua continually have mercy upon us, man, all the way into the end, and increase our faith and our endurance, all right? Our knowledge, all the way into the end, man. All right? So let me go back into... I was in Amos, which I pretty much finished it anyway. But the last part was that judgment is going to run down on the people, man. All right? So while they're out there having a good old time at the family table, all right, cutting their little turkey, their little abominated turkey, all right, what you don't even realize that by you cutting that turkey, the turkey represented them cutting the chief's head of the Indians back in the day, all right? So what they would do is to represent the head of the chief Indian, all right, they will put the turkey on the table, and then they will put feathers around it, man, a feathered hat around it, and that was representing the chief that they basically killed from whatever tribe they killed them from. You see, and that's what I mean. These people celebrate these holidays, all right, without actually knowing the true meaning, and then they look at us like we crazy when we come out here and edify them with it. Oh, well, that was back in the day, brother. You know, how you know that? Well, it's called study. All right, you got to study to show thyself approved, man. You got to study to know these things. Before you get into a paganistic holiday, before you get into a holiday period, you should actually do some research on it, man. All right? See, what we worship is the things that are written in the Bible. The holidays, the holy days, Salakia, the holy days that we're supposed to be worshiping. Okay, and right around the corner is what? Sunday comes, what do you call it? Hanukkah. All right, and we're gonna be out here and we're gonna celebrate it and rejoice, man. We're gonna rejoice with our family, all right, and we're gonna continually praise Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua on that day. Proverbs 10 and 2: treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. You see? Beautiful script. All right? The treasures of wickedness profit nothing. See, to the wicked, to this society, that's a treasure. Oh, it's a beautiful thing to celebrate Thanksgiving. It's a time where we all come together as a family. We pretty much say I'm sorry for the year to each other, and we bring love to the table. Nah, you bringing a fucking abomination into the table, bro. All right, you bringing a whole bunch of curses upon your family. You're bringing a whole bunch of demons into your home, man. All right. So at the end of the day, it ain't no damn fucking treasure. All right. Brother Put is a treasure of the wicked. All right. And it profits you nothing. Profits you death. Profits you judgment. All right. So let me get into what I wanted to get into. All right, because like I said, I wanted to bring out a little history, and I really don't go into histories like that, which I should be, you know, because it's just I'm still learning histories on a lot of subjects, but you know, I'm gonna go into a little history on this Thanksgiving. All right, what does it really represent? Because tomorrow you got Black Friday. You see? And y'all don't even realize that Black Friday, see what they did with Black Friday was the day after Thanksgiving, after they done took the land, slaughtered a whole bunch of people, rape, murder, pillage, all that, all right? The slaves that they had the next day on Friday, all right, was the day that was going on, boss, was the day that they would actually sell the slaves for a discount. So that's where they actually get Black Friday from, man. Black Friday comes from them grabbing the slaves the next day after they stole their land, stole their food, stole everything from them, and then they will go out there and sell the slaves for a discount, man, to the slave owners. All right? And then we'll use them for what? They will use them for winter prepping, all right? They will use them for cutting down trees, getting ready for Christmas and shit like that. All right? And there's going to be a long line of people going to these fucking stores to go waste money. And at the end of the day, that's what that shit is for anyway, man. They make you waste your money. Your ass be broke as hell by the end of the week. Can't pay the bills after that. All right, you arguing with your fucking wife because you ain't got money. You see? All that shit brings wickedness to you, man. Wickedness to your home. All right? So, yeah, people going to have a great old time today. Live it all up because a lot of people don't have work the next day because they usually give you Thursday and Friday off. So they make that shit a long 4-day weekend, 5-day weekend, whatever you want to call it. All right. And this whole weekend is just going to be a whole bunch of crazy shit going on, man. And a lot of these people will continue on the party from today onto tomorrow, into Saturday, into Sunday. You see? And that's just going into making mirth. Having a good old time, all right? But what to tell you in Matthew, this is Matthew 24, and (36) But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the son of Salaki, the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. You see? So these people are doing the same exact thing. They're having a good old time celebrating, all right? They're gonna celebrate tonight, do a whole bunch of wicked ass shit, and then you get them young crowds that they just get bent as hell. They ain't even got family over, all right? They'll have their family over for a little bit, but by the end of the night, that shit turned into a fucking orgy fest, all right? You have all, because remember we're in that we're going into that winter solstice, all right? Where it goes into the fall equinox, into the winter solstice. So there's a lot of wicked shit going on right now, man. The vibration of these elites that they making and they pushing, all right, they're worshiping all over on devils right now, man. So the vibration of wickedness, spiritual wickedness in high places is heavy right now. So you're gonna have these people that after their parents came by, all right, they're going to call all their friends over, and they're going to party it away this whole fucking weekend, man. And there's just going to be a whole bunch of shit going on. Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH'S, Yahawashi, Barakatah. Barakatah to you, too. To both of you. Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Exactly, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. All right? So these people practice their wickedness. They devise iniquity from their beds, man. They can't go to sleep unless they do. All right. So by you celebrating these stupid ass holidays, see, they devised all that iniquity. They planned all this shit out for you. All right. They knew exactly what these holidays represent, and they got Jake just following after their ways. All right. They're literally laughing at you every time you go out there and you go put that fucking turkey in the damn oven. All right. Or when you go stand in the stupid ass line of Black Friday, man, because they know exactly what it represents. And they sitting at that table having a drink and they laughing at you like, yeah, these dumbass motherfuckers is celebrating the killing of their ancestors. They don't even fucking know it. You see? That's how this devil is, man. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. And you know what? That's what they did in that day. When they came over here and they took the land of Gad, man, that's exactly what they did. They took their home, they took them by violence. They trashed their homes. All right. They oppressed them in his heritage. All right. And it's going to happen again. And it's still happening to this day. Because when the time of martial law comes, that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to come run up in your home, take you by violence, all right, ravish your women, take your children. Some of them people going to ravish your little daughters, man, your little children, all right? Remember, these motherfuckers go both ways, man. They on some fagonometry bullshit out here, all right? So they're going to continually keep oppressing you, all right? And this is why they have oppressed our heritage, and our people don't know who the fuck they are. All right. They'll literally think that they're an African American, you know. They think they're a Puerto Rican. They think they're a Mexican. All right. They think they're an Indian. Why? Because we've been oppressed from our heritage, man. Jeremiah 17:9 tells you what? 17:4 tells you what? That we will be discontinued from our heritage, man. Why? Because we've been oppressed this whole time. And now our people are to the point where they caught up with Stockholm syndrome. All right. And they've been oppressed so much that they just follow the ways of the heathen, man. They believe everything this damn devil tells them. Why? Because they in league with it. They in sync with them. They've been oppressed too long. And that's why they hate us when we come out on these highways and byways and speak, because we're not asleep no more, man. We're fully awake. And they don't want us to wake anybody else up. All right? That's the spirit. I brought that out earlier. We'll read that again. Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. You see, you're not supposed to follow in the way of the heathen. You're not supposed to follow the multitude to do wickedness, man. All right. But the thing is, y'all don't even fucking know the difference of wickedness anymore, because they have oppressed you so much that they got you thinking that wickedness is righteousness and righteousness is wickedness. You see? So our people are just completely fucking lost out here. That's right. Proverbs 3:31. Envy though not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. You see? You're not supposed to go in the way of this damn devil. And envy him not. Because you got a lot of people that, I envy him. This. Listen, yeah, we hate him, but we rejoice in it because we know what's about to happen to your ass. All right? Yeah, sometimes you get under our fucking skin. All right, because we can't stand the wickedness, that vibration that you putting upon our people. You literally killing and slaughtering our people left and right in so many ways, man. But those people were meant to be slaughtered and killed because they know no better. They're not chosen out of the foundation of the earth to receive this knowledge, man. So they got to learn the hard way. Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? Exactly. Going into Psalm 64, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. All right. And they say what? Who's seeing us? Nobody. That's the pride of that damn devil. That he think that nobody's watching him. But what does it say in the scriptures? The eyes of the Lord is upon the sinful kingdom. All right. So the eyes of the Lord is constantly watching, man. These angels are going back and forth reporting the damn the wickedness that's going on. And they out here reporting what we're doing also. That's right. Hebrews 12:16, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. All right, ain't nobody more disgusting, nobody more filthy, nobody is more scum of the earth than fucking Esau, man. And then he'll try to sit there and point the finger and look at us and say, nah, y'all the scum of the earth. All right, no, you the scum of the earth, and you're gonna always be the scum of the earth. And you're gonna go back to being the scum of the earth. Because right now, the only reason you're ruling is because YAHAWAH'S allowed you to rule, man. All right? It was prophecy that you were going to rule. It was all, you were only made to be the wicked and to rule for the moment because we went off and we started worshiping on other gods. So we have to learn from it. In order for us to take back the kingdom, we have to learn the wickedness that we did to enjoy the righteousness that's going to be given unto us, man. All right? That's the spirit right there, Genesis 49:19. I ain't gonna read it yet, though. I'm gonna bring that out, though. This is Mark 7:7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And that's what these people do. Follow the ways of this society. They follow the doctrines of this society instead of what? Following YAHAWAH'S, man. All right. There's scriptures. Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH'S, Barakatah. Let me bring this one out. This is Isaiah 1:3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider. So how is it that two animals know their place in life, man? They know who their master is, all right? They know who their owner is, all right? But Israel don't know who they are, all right? Why? Because we lost. We are oppressed from our heritage, and we lost our heritage. But you see, YAHAWAH'S, all right? After 3 days and a half, like it tells you in Revelations 11, okay? We will be given that spirit of life. We will be given that breath of life to wake back up. And that's why the true Hebrew, the true prophets are out here today prophesying the downfall of this place, man. Because we got that breath in us, and Lord willing, we are those men. All right? We got that oil that was given unto us, man. And see, we're gonna hold that oil. You're gonna hold that oil on to the end. We're not going to be like the foolish virgins, man. All right? The 5 had oil and the other 5 didn't have oil. And when YAHAWAH'S cracked the clouds, what happened? Oh, let me get some of your oil. Nah, you ain't getting no oil. Why? Because you were supposed to be smart and continually keep adding oil to your lamp, man. You were supposed to keep your candle burning, but you didn't. All right, you let it go out. That's why I tell you in 1 Thessalonians 5 and like 18 to quench not the spirit. You got to stay on fire in this truth, man. I got some beautiful precepts. Oof. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the fellowship of the world is enmity with YAHAWAH'S? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of YAHAWAH'S. You see? And that's a cut on you 2/3, man. Because when you be getting these people that be like, why you being hard on the 2/3? They your brother. They your sister. Well, they a fucking friend of the world, man. They're moving in the ways of this society. So, of course, they become an enemy. If they're an enemy to YAHAWAH'S, they're an enemy unto us. All right? King David said it best, man. Am I not grieved against them? Am I not grieved with them that are against thee? Okay? He said, I hate them with perfect hatred. All right? I count them my enemies. So, yeah, we're enemies with those that continue in the ways of the society, whether it's a fucking family member, whether it's your best friend, Whether it's somebody you don't know, if you're not down with YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi, you're an enemy to YAHAWAH'S Yahawashi. Therefore, you're going to be an enemy unto us. All right? We ain't got no time. That's why it tells you in 2 Corinthians 6:14, be not, let me just get it real quick. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. All right? Let me just get it though. It says 6:14, 2 Corinthians, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion has light with darkness? You see? Matter of fact, let me jump down to 17, and it says, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord Yahawashi, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. You see? So we can't have no fellowship with you damn wicked ass people, man. If we have fellowship with you wicked ass people, we're going to be partakers of your plagues when the plagues come. And we're not trying to have that. All right? I got some beautiful precepts. I'm going to get back to these precepts. Let me get back into what I was going to bring out. All right? Going into a little bit of the history of Thankskilling. All right? Because what I was just saying was what? To see that these people are going to celebrate Thanksgiving tonight. All right? You're celebrating the death of your ancestors being, you know, raped, robbed, okay? Murdered, pillaged. All right, because that's what this damn devil did. How you think he was able to fucking establish America, man? All right. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Habakkuk 2:12. And it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. And how did he do that? By rape, robbing, murder, genocide, all right, pillage. That's what he did to our people, and our people gonna go fucking throw a turkey up on their damn table, man. All right, and then tomorrow again is Black Friday, which what they used to do with Black Friday was after they killed everybody, all right, and they kept the slaves, all right, and raped them. What did they do? They went on Black Friday and they sold them for a discount, man. So you gonna go make that line just to go get yourself a PlayStation 5, all right? Or just to go get yourself a couple things, because a lot of these people will go get their shit on Black Friday just so they could go present it on Christmas. You see, it's all fucking wickedness behind it at the end of the day. All right? So this devil has built this place on bloodshed, man. Okay? So let me go into what I wanted to bring out. I kind of screenshotted a couple little articles on it because I can't get onto my damn. I need somebody to teach me how to fucking really how to use hotspot on my shit. I don't know how to use that shit. Shit never works. All right. But let's go into Christopher Columbus. All right, because that's what that Thanksgiving shit is all about. And a lot of people think that what? Thanksgiving was when they teach you in school that the pilgrims came and they made friends with the Indians and they all had a feast together. That's bullshit, man. All right? That's straight bullshit. They straight massacred everybody out here. Why? Because they wanted their land. They wanted their riches. All right? They wanted the land's riches, which at the end of the day, all that was prophecy anyway. You see, that was all prophecy that that he was gonna come over here, because that's what it talks about in Daniel 7:8, I believe. Let me get that real quick. Daniel 7:8, because it was talking about that little horn that will come and basically take over everything, which that little horn was going into America. So when Christopher Columbus came over here, it was really allowed because it was to allow prophecy to take its course, you see? Because from there on, the new world, all right, is when everything started expounding and extending for the Americans. All right. Let me get this real quick. Daniel, I believe it's Daniel 7 and 8. Daniel 7 and yeah, and it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man, and a mouth speaking great things. You see? So that little horn is talking about America. All right. And what they did is they plucked out by the roots the other nations. All right, which was I believe it went into it was the Spanish was over here, Great Britain, all right, and the French and the Italian, all right. Those were they were taken out of the way, all right, plucked up, like it says. When it says Salaki, it said before them were the 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. Yeah, they were taken out of power. All right. And America was that little horn that came up, all right, all the way on to now. You see, still ruling. So it was all prophecy that when Christopher Columbus came over here, all right, and they say he discovered the New World. No, he didn't discover shit, because Gad was already here, man. All right. Matter of fact, the 10 tribes were already here. The Latino tribes, all right. The Indian tribes were already here. It speaks about that in Revelations 13. Let me get that real quick. And it's funny because they say that Salakia, that Christopher Columbus discovered America. He never actually landed in North America or South America, because when he came, he landed where the Caribbeans were. He landed over there by Ephraim, all right, by Manasseh. So they try to teach you in history that he came and he discovered the North America and South America. He never actually discovered it, man. And again, he never discovered it, period, because why? The 10 tribes, all right, of Israel, the Latino and the Indian tribes were already here, which honestly, they were Americas were already discovered way before that. Because when you go into First Kings, all right, King Solomon he already knew about the Americas, man, because he will have the Navy ships, which I'll bring that out in a second. They will go back and they will always bring riches every 3 years to King Solomon. You see? But let me get into Second Ezra's, and even Jacob knew about the Americas. Matter of fact, before I go all over the place, let me get Second Ezra's. Second Ezra 13 and and 40, and it says, those are the 10 tribes which, and I tell you what, Christopher Columbus came out here because he was infatuated with the Bible, man. All right. That's why when he came over here with 12 Hebrew translators, man. All right. One of them, the top one being Louis D. Torres. All right. He brought him over here with 12 Hebrew translators because he was infatuated with the scriptures. All right. He knew about the book of Ezra's. And he came over here to see if it was true that we were scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. So when he came over here, he found Gad. All right. He found all these other tribes that were over here, man. All right. So this is Second Ezra's 13 and 40. And it says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whose Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. You see? So under the Assyrian captivity that we were in, that's when we all right, the Latino tribes, all right, and the Indian tribes got brought over here, man, through the Assyrian captivity, okay? And it said, and I believe the Assyrian captivity was, Baba Kashaw, if a brother could bring it up to justify it, I think it was in, could be wrong, I could be wrong with the date. I think it was in like 925, around there. Someone could double check that for me, Baba Kashaw. All right. So, Salakia, I'll read it again from the top. 13 and 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whose Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. All right. And that land is talking about America. And it's going to go on to explain that more. And it says, but they took this counsel amongst themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Yeah, because at the time, all right, those Latino tribes, the Indian tribes weren't following the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. But then what did they say? They said that they were going to go to another place, all right, where mankind never dwelt, and that they were going to go out there and start following the laws, law, statutes, and commandments over there. You see? And it says that they might there keep their statutes, and they never kept that which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth. All right. And see, this is what a lot of people don't understand. See, it ain't gonna tell you in the scriptures straight, this is America. You got to do the research yourself. That's why it tells you to study to show thyself approved, man. All right, because Azareth goes into being America. All right, and as a matter of fact, I'm gonna prove that with the let me get it real quick. This is the Jewish Encyclopedia. All right, you see, and sometimes, you know, we know that this devil tamper with shit. We know that this devil always playing around with people's shit. But you see, sometimes this devil will bring out straight truth. Why? Because like the scriptures say, he shall make his own tongue to fall upon them. You see? So sometimes they just don't even realize what they're doing, and they bringing out truth for the elect's sake, man, for edification's sake. All right? So this is the Jewish Encyclopedia, and it says Azareth, and it says the name of the land beyond that great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell. See, will dwell, all right, observing the laws of Moses until the time of the restoration. All right, that means all the way into the time now. All right, so that means that we were going to dwell in that land back in those times all the way until now, because are we not in the time of restoration? All right, everything is being set up for us right now because we are in that time of restoration. All right, tells you that in let me get that real quick. Salakia. This is Hosea 6 and 2. In 1 second. Getting there. This is Hosea 6 and 2, and it says, I'll start from the top, and it says, come and let us return unto the Lord Yahweh, for he has torn and he will heal us. He has smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days will he revive us. In the 3rd day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. You see? So after those 2 days, he will revive us, man. Reviving us, talking about restore us. All right? Heal us. And it says, and in the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his might. You see? And if you go into if you also go into let me get it real quick. Acts 3 and 21. Acts 3 and 21 says, if I can get there. Acts 3 and 21, and it says, whom the heaven must receive until the times of restitution of all things which Yahweh has spoken by the mouth of all his holy prophets since the world began. You see? Now, if you go into Revelations 11 and 8, it says what? 11 and 8. Oh, Salaki, not 11 and 8. 11 and 11. And it says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet with great fear fell upon them which saw. And that's why these people going crazy out here. That's why you got Amalek right here, these fake Jews. They go crazy when they see me preaching out here. All right, that's why the so-called white man that's ruling the world with the 13 bloodlines, they going crazy. They taking off brothers' pages, all right, terminating their channels and all that. Why? Because they see that now we have woken up. The true Hebrew Israelites have woken up, you see? So it says after what? It said after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life shall enter into them. That 3 days and a half goes into that 350-year period, all right? So it goes into from like 1619 all the way to 1969. When you started seeing Abba Bivens come on the scene and he started waking up the people, man. All right. That was that 350-year process that we had to go through. All right. So that's why we woke up finally. So now going back into what I was reading in that Jewish encyclopedia. All right. It says, again, I'm gonna bring it from the top. Azareth, the name of the land beyond that great river, far away from the habitation of man, in which the 10 tribes of Israel will dwell, meaning today. All right, this land we in right now, observing the laws of Moses until the time of the restoration, according to 2nd Esdras. All right, Columbus identified America with this land. You see, so Azareth, when it speaks about it in Esdras, is actually talking about America. See, but our people hard-headed, stiff-necked. They want to see actual proof. You see, they wanted to say America so they could believe it. But see, these people don't know their history. These people don't know how to break down the scriptures. So that's why they have no understanding of it, all right? So Azareth is America when it's speaking about it, all right? Let me see if it has anything else I could bring out. Now that's good. And that's the Jewish encyclopedia. So again, their own tongue falling upon themselves, you see? Exposing the truth, and they don't even realize they're exposing it. So going back to 2nd Esdras 13 and 40. All right, let's bring it back from the top. And it says, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, who Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land. But they took this counsel amongst themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep their statutes which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. And this is why I'm going to show you a map right now where Euphrates is, the Euphrates River. Because it took them a whole year and a half to get from the Euphrates River all the way onto the Americas, all right? And this is going to lead me to the point of telling you King Solomon already knew about the Americas. All right. So let me get this picture real quick. All right. If y'all can see, I'll try to bring it out as best as I can. All right. If you see, that arrow that's pointing is where we were. And if you follow the trail that I put, all right, that trail is the trail that goes. Let me see if I can open it up this way. Nah. See if I can do it this way. Salakia. Trying to make it as clear as possible because my shit is a little. Let me bring it back. All right. Where that arrow is, all right. You see how it goes all the way under Africa and then it goes all the way to the other side on the west. All right. That little trail that they took was the passage that they took from the Euphrates all the way down by Africa along the coastline. All right. Because they had to go by the coastline because the water would be held still. All right. Not only that, if you would go straight out to the waters, like dead ass where it was deep, you was not gonna make it, man. The waters was too rough. You see, so they went all the way under Africa and they ended up over there by the kind of like the top right of South America. All right. That's how the 10 tribes of Israel, all right, the Latino and the Indian tribes made it over here, man, through the captivity of the Assyrians. All right. So let me continue reading. All right, it says, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. And yeah, see, he held still the floods. All right. How you know that was true? Because what did let's get that real quick. Matthew. I think it's Matthew 10. I think it is. Tell you right now, give me 1 second. I gotta search it out real quick. Because in Matthew 10, it tells you how, you know what? Matter of fact, I'll go to Mark 4 instead of going from Matthew. I'll go from Mark 4 and 39. All right, what did Yahawashi do? All right, he held that water still when they were on the boat. All right, I'll read it from 35, 4 and 35. And the same day when the even was come, he saith unto them, let us pass over unto the other side. And when they had sent away the multitude, they took him even as he was in the ship. And there was also with him other little ships. And there arose a great storm of wind, and the waves beat into the ship, so that it was now full. And he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillow. And that's talking about Yahawashi. Yahawashi was asleep on the ship. He was just chilling. He had no worries. Here it is, a storm is all over the place, rocking the shit out the boat, and Yahawashi is in the middle of the boat just chilling. He just sleep, right? And it says, and he was in the hinder part of the ship, asleep on a pillar, on a pillow, and they awake him and say unto him, Master, carest thou not that we perish? And he arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. You see? So Yahawashi calm, he was rebuking the winds. All right. That's why after that they said, and he said unto them, why are ye so fearful? How is it that ye have no faith? And they feared exceedingly and said one to another, what manner of man is this that even the wind and the sea obey him? You see? So he was the one, of course, like it just said, the Most High held still the floods when they were coming on their way to the Americas, man. Why? Because it was all prophecy. It had to happen, man. All right. So when they tell you that Christopher Columbus came over here and discovered the Americas, all right, that's straight bullshit. All right, because our people were already here. Our people, Gad, all right, the Latino tribes, man, listen, they already knew how this whole side of the world was, man. They knew all the lakes. They knew all the rivers, all right? They knew where everything was. Why? Because this was their land, man, okay? So let me continue reading real quick and finish that off with 2nd Ezra's, all right? 2nd Ezra's 13 and 46. Then dwelt they there until the latter time, and now when they shall begin to come, Salaki, hold on, I went off, my bad. 44. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth, which we know that is America. So it took them a whole year and a half to get from the Euphrates all the way on down through Africa, all the way onto the top right corner of South of America. Took them a year and a half. Now, keep that in mind that it said a year and a half. Now, to prove to you that King Solomon knew about the Americas, all right, this is 1 Kings. One second. 10 and 22. This shit would do that, man. That shit got stuck on this page. It don't even want to let me come out the page. That's Satan right there. All right, this is first. Hold on, I'm gonna use the 1611 real quick. 1 Kings 10 and 22. And it says, I'll start at 21. And it says, and all King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. None were of silver. It was nothing accounted of in the days of Solomon. This is the point. For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish, with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. All right. Now, how we know that that's talking about America? All right, because we just read that it took them a year and a half to get from the Euphrates, all right, all the way to the Americas. So if they went to the Euphrates, if they went to the Americas and it took them a year and a half, how long would it take them to get back? An exact year and a half. So that's going to equal your 3 years. All right. So Solomon had a navy of ships. All right. Because navy goes into ships being by the sea. All right. And when it talks about Tarshish, it's talking about that goes into Hamites and things like that. Like if you look on the map, if you look up ancient Tarshish map, it'll show you how they were kind of by like where the Hamites were. All right. And it says, I'm gonna read that again. It says, for the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish, all right, with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold, silver, ivory, apes, and peacocks. All right. So they were getting the gold. All right. They were bringing those riches from America to King Solomon, man. All right. So King Solomon already knew about America. So where the fuck did they get that Christopher Columbus discovered everything, man? All right. And a matter of fact, like the brother brought out before, the brother brought out Genesis 49, all right, about Gad being taken over by a troop shall overcome. Let me get that real quick. All right. Because that whole chapter goes to show that Jacob knew about the Americas too. Because Let me get it real quick. Genesis 49. I'll start at the top. And it says, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. You see? So he was prophesying of what was going to happen already to his sons in the latter times, man. All right. And if you read that whole chapter, it tells you individually what happened to each tribe. All right. But we're going to go skip down to where the brother brought out, I think it's 19. Exactly. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last, man. All right. And that troop that came over, all right, who came over here and stole his land. All right. This damn devil. All right. But see, it's all good because at the end, you're going to overcome him. All right. We're going to be the ones in victory at the end of the day. All right. So it's a beautiful thing that Gad is going to be able to take that vengeance upon them, man. All right. It's going to be a righteous recompense when they come back and they do the same shit that they did to us. We're going to do to them because we already know that these other nations, that Esau is going to have to be rewarded double, man. The things that he did unto us is going to be rewarded unto him double. All right. So it's all nonsense when they come and tell you that, yeah, Christopher Columbus, found the Americas, and they got a fucking statue on that shit, man. Praising his ass, talking about he found the Americas, man. And then these 2/3 want to go out there and sit down, all right, and go fucking celebrate a turkey. That shit is bugged out. All right. Because look, after the slaughter, all right, what happened was that the white people will bring the stolen food, all right, they will bring that shit back to their villages, man. They will literally bring all that shit back to their villages and have a feast on all the shit that he just did to us, killing us, all right, literally fucking celebrating with the food they just stole from us, all right, and then they're gonna go set up their tables and go eat our food that they just stole from us. That's bugged out, man. That's why it's good that our people get edified, man, and learn, man, instead of sitting at a fucking table, all right, with this big ass turkey, not knowing what it fucking really represents, man. And like I said earlier, it represents what, man? It represents, the turkey was supposed to represent when they chopped off the head of the chief, man, that ran that tribe. And then they will put feathers, a little feathered hat around the turkey, man. That's shiesty right there, man. All right. That was my little pretty thing cop over there. She a little baddie. She ain't seen me in a minute. All right, let me get and it's crazy because they would do that all the way until they celebrated like that, those little feasts every month, all the way until I think it was 1863. And that's after 1863, that's when they started calling it Thanksgiving. See, so that whole time frame, man, for when they came over here and stole the land from Gad, all right, and massacred our people, all right, they were celebrating every month, all right, all the way to 1863. And then after 1863 is when they began to call it Thanksgiving, man. That's crazy, man. And these people really gonna sit out there and she came back around the second time. Let me see what we got here. I know y'all brothers got some beautiful precepts. Matter of fact, let me finish what I got, because then I get carried into them precepts. And it's crazy because, again, like I said, Christopher Columbus never discovered the Americas. When he came over, he landed over there by the Caribbeans. All right. And at the same time, there were still dinosaurs on the land too. All right. Dinosaurs were still in the land. Gad was roaming with them dinosaurs, man. All right, because a lot of people, you know, you want to listen to the so-called white man when he tell you 6 million years ago there were dinosaurs. Nigga, how the fuck you know about 6 million years ago, bro? You sound ridiculous. All right, you can barely, you can't even tell the history of what happened fucking 1,000 years ago, barely. And you want to try to talk about 6 million years ago, man. That's why the elders, I believe I seen a video while back. They said that they believe that the dinosaurs are still around and they're over there by where like the Bermuda Triangle is. Yeah, YAHAWAH'S is conserving them, preserving them, keeping them alive around that area. That's why planes, when they go over there, they crash. When boats go around the Bermuda Triangle, they drown because there's a certain force over there. You understand? So that force, all right, they believe that is YAHAWAH'S protecting those dinosaurs, man. And if y'all don't fucking believe, for anybody that don't believe that dinosaurs are still around, you bugged out. You, when Leviathan come out in these last days, Behemoth and all that come out, yeah, these people gonna have heart attacks, man. All right, they too used to watching Godzilla movies and shit like that. They think that shit is just in Hollywood. All right. Let me get Salakia. Let me get this bring this little article I had screenshotted. This is the Indian Removal Act. It says was signed into law on May 28th, 1830 by United States President Andrew Jackson. The law authorized the president to negotiate with Southern, including Mid-Atlantic Native American tribes for their removal to federal territory west of the Mississippi River in exchange for white settlement of their ancestral lands. The act was signed by Andrew Jackson and it was strongly enforced under his administration that of Martin Van Buren, which extended onto 1841. And see, and they try to show you that, you know, they got these little stupid rocks, all right, those little mountains of the founding fathers, man. That's the true founding fathers was the Israelites, man. All right. And they got a picture of what, man? They got a picture of all these damn devils on there. All right, trying to show you that they are the founders of this land, man. They ain't find shit. All right, again, this is proof that they removed our people from their land, man. And they came over here with treaties, man. That they went against those treaties. Matter of fact, it tells you that in Psalms. Let me get that real quick. Damn, man, this thing. This is Psalms 50. Salakia, Psalms 55 and I'll start at 19. And it says, Yahweh shall hear and afflict them, even he that abideth of old, Salah, because they have no changes. Therefore they fear not Yahweh. He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. Yeah, talking about these damn devils, right? Esau, because they had a treaty, man. And they broke that treaty. They broke that covenant and they put their hands on Gad, man. And it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. All right. So at the end of the day, they came and they still doing that to this day, man. They speak all sweetly onto you. All right. But at the end of the day, they have a wicked agenda behind everything. So at that time, all right, they had broke that treaty and they were speaking smooth onto Gad, man. All right. But at the end of the day, in his heart was war. That's why we constantly tell you, you can never trust your enemy, man. Let me get that real quick in Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. And it says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. You see? Going down to 16, it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. And that's what he was doing with Gad, man. All right. He was speaking sweetly onto them, man. But in the back of his mind, in his heart was war, man. He was just thinking about how to bring them down. All right. How to conquer all this. And it says, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his hand. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. All right. So yeah, man, he gonna shake his head, clap his hands, do the hokey pokey, turn himself around. All right. And his whole countenance is gonna change up on you, man. That's why you don't trust your enemy, man. All right. We don't trust him for shit out here. I don't give a fuck how good he sound. All right. And our people love oppression. Our people trust in oppression, man. All right. Matter of fact, it tells you that in Isaiah. What is that? Isaiah 30. (30 and 12). Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. You see? So these people you're gonna continue to keep trusting in oppression. This is gonna lead you down the wrong path, man. All right. It's plain and simple. All right, so let me keep reading. All right. It says the act was strongly supported by southern and northwestern populations, but was oppressed by native tribes and the Whig Party. The Cherokee worked together to stop this relocation, but were unsuccessful. They were eventually forcibly removed by the United States government in a march to the west that later became known as the Trail of Tears. All right, which that's another thing, man. You go into the story of the Trail of Tears, man. Oh man, listen, man. This devil killed millions and millions of our people, man. Millions of Israelites. All right, they were literally putting blankets, and in the blankets they were putting smallpox on the blankets, man. So our people will have that. A lot of people caught pestilence, sickness, you see, through all of that, man. All right. So it keeps going. It says the act was strongly supported by southern and northwestern populations, but was oppressed by native tribes and the Whig Party. The Cherokee worked together to stop this relocation, but were unsuccessful. They were eventually forcibly removed by the United States government in a march to the west that later became known as the Trail of Tears, which has been described as an act of genocide. You see, an act of genocide, man. All right. And y'all still want to go celebrate this damn devil's fucking holidays. All right. It just clearly told you it was an act of genocide, man. You go look up genocide is what, man? To basically depopulate one race of people, man. All right. To massacre people, a large amount of people. And who was here when they got here? Gad. All right. The Latino tribes. All right. And they wanted to what? Take us out of the way. Just like it talks about and Psalms 83, man. All right. That they do what? They sit at that little round table. All right. And they matter of fact, let me grab it real quick. And they want to cut us off from being the name of Israel. Psalms 83. Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. All right. And they've been doing this since the beginning of time, man. Why? Because they had that perpetual hatred upon us, man. All right. Since the time of Esau, when Isaac died, man, he said what? When the time of my father is at hand, when he was going to die, roughly paraphrasing, right? And he said what? When he dies, that I will slay my brother Jacob, man. And he's been doing it ever since. Okay. So going back, it says, which has been described as an act of genocide because many died during the removals, man. All right. And then it says the act, it says, when Europeans and Native Americans came into contact during colonial times or in the early United States, the Europeans felt their civilization to be superior. There goes the pride of that. That's that pride. All right. This damn devil got so much pride, man. They think they're above all. See, YAHAWAH'S, let them come out of them caves and catch that power, right? And come into rulership. And that's why they ass is coming out of rulership. They don't know what to do with rulership, man. That's why it tells you in, matter of fact, let me get it real quick since I'm right here by it. Ecclesiasticus 10 and Ecclesiasticus 10 and 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. All right. That's why this kingdom is being translated, which ultimately was all prophecy that was going to be translated, man. Esau was the end of the world and Jacob was the beginning of it that followeth. All right. So it says, when the Europeans and Native Americans came into contact during colonial times or in the early United States, the Europeans felt their civilizations to be superior. They had writing, navigation, and Christianity. The obvious solution, whose validity, it says, was not even debated until much later, was to share their civilization with the Native Americans and from them to adopt European civilization, because that's what they wanted. See, they was trying to already break us from our heritage. See, being oppressed in our heritage. All right. They wanted us to live to the ways they live, man. Matter of fact, if you ever watch that movie, Pocahontas, yo, man, I was watching that shit the other day. I actually put a post on Instagram about it. All right. That movie is a straight Disney movie, but yo, that movie is so spiritual because that's exactly what John Smith had told Pocahontas. She said she was so amazed with the gadgets that he had and all that. And she said, I wish I could know more about these gadgets, you know. And she said, and he mentioned it. He said it was from his country. And then she said, oh, I want to know about your country. He said, and you will. He said, and she was like, what do you mean? She was like, because we're going to come over here and we're going to build. And we're going to build more. And we're going to teach your people how to live. You see? This fucking devil, man. Trying to teach our people how to live when we're the ones that taught them how to live, man. We taught them how to make food. We taught them how to grow corn. All right. We shared the land with them. All right. And what they do, they just straight deceived us, wicked as hell, went behind our back and slaughtered all our people, raped all our women, man. So we pretty much were extinct. Look at us now. All right. Look at our people now. They have a little Indian reservation that they don't even have fucking control over, man. All right. You're talking about the whole America. All right, North America was just filled with our people. They got like a little ass piece like that now. Matter of fact, I don't got my signs out. I got it on my signs, but I didn't want to bring out all my signs. Have a good night, brother. All right. So it says, This acculturation was originally proposed by George Washington and was well underway among the Cherokee and the Choctaw. By the beginning of the 19th century, Indians were encouraged to adopt European customs. Woo, you see, they, they were forced to adopt European cultures, man, customs. All these Amalekites over here trying to get a conversation, honking horns like they know me or something. These motherfuckers. It says, first they must convert to Christianity. First they must convert to Christianity and abandon pagan practices. They should also learn to speak and read English. Although there was a small, why did they have to learn how to speak English? Why? Because they were speaking what? They were speaking Hebrew. Because you got these fucking bugged out people that be like, the Indians ain't our people. They'll be like, the Latinos ain't our people. Because you get these only black Israelites. Everything is just, nah, if they ain't black, they ain't Israelites. Only the blacks were Israelite, man. You're dumb. All right, you're dumb and you're done. Okay, you do the research. All right, Latinos were straight speaking Hebrew back in the days, man. Indians were speaking straight Hebrew back in the day. Indians wore fringes, man. If you look into the old movies, all right, if you look into their cultures and all that, man, all that goes back to Hebrew, man. All right. It's just that at one point they went off and started worshiping on other gods and shit. They started taking that too much peyote, all right, taking cactuses and taking the juice out of it, creating LSD, all right, and started worshiping different gods on the around the campfire, talking about hey ya, hey ya, hey ya ho. All right. And it says the Native Americans, Salakia, damn, did I lose my spot? Oh, they should learn to speak English. Speak and read English, although there was a small scale interest in creating a writing and printing system for a few native languages, especially Cherokee. The Native Americans had to adopt monogamous heterosexual marriage and abandon non-marital sex. Finally, they had to accept the concept of individual ownership of land and other property, including, in some instances, African slaves. All right. And it says Thomas Jefferson's policy echoed that of Washington's. And as a matter of fact, when it says them African slaves, that was talking about our people, Israelites, man. All right. The tribe of Judah. All right. Because after that came what? The transatlantic slave trade. You see? And it says policy echoed that of Washington's, respect the Indians' rights to their homelands and allow the 5 civilized tribes to remain east of the Mississippi, provided that they adopted behavior and cultural practices that were compatible with those of the European Americans. Jefferson believed in and promoted a society based on agriculture. All right. It says the United States, the perceived failure of this policy. The United States government began a systematic effort to remove American Indian tribes from the Southeast, the Chickasaw, the Choctaw, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, and original Cherokee nations had been established as autonomous nations in the southeastern United States. Andrew Jackson sought to renew a policy of political and military action for the removal of the Indians for these lands and worked toward enacting a law for Indian removal. In his 1829 State of the Union address, Jackson called for Indian removal. All right. It says the Indian Removal Act was put in place to give to the southern states the land that belonged to the Native Americans The act was passed in 1830, although dialogue had been ongoing since 1802 between Georgia and the federal government concerning the possibility of such an act. Ethan Davis states that the federal government had promised Georgia that it would extinguish Indian title within the state's border by purchase as soon as such purchase could be made upon the reasonable terms. As time passed, southern states began to speed up the process by claiming the deal between Georgia and the federal government was invalid and the southern states could pass laws. It says, could pass laws extinguishing the Indian title themselves. In response, the national government passed the Indian Removal Act on May 28, 1830, in which President Jackson agreed to divide the United States territory west of the Mississippi into the districts for tribes to replace the land from which they were removed. All right, and I think there was I don't think I screenshotted that part, but there was a part when it goes into them speaking about how they had a treaty, you know, and it's beautiful because it goes correlating to the scriptures in Psalms 55, man. How they broke that covenant. All right, and then like it was talking about the Trail of Tears. All right, which the Trail of Tears, all you got to do is look that up, man. The Trail of Tears was, hey, man, that was serious. All right, when it came for the, let me see, the, this is, this says Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears is over 5,143 miles long and covers 9 states. Woo! You see how long that is, man? That covers 9 states, man. All right. You can only imagine how much massacre was done through them 9 states. It says Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Illinois, Kentucky, Missouri, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee. All right. And it says today the Trail of Tears National Historic Trail is run by the National Park Service, and portions of it are accessible on foot, by horse, by bicycle, or by car. It says the Trail of Tears was part of the Indian removal, a series of forced displacements and ethnic cleansing. You see, ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing goes into that when they're trying to wipe out a whole entire race. All right, because that's that shit that we was that was going on back in the days, man. Matter of fact, when you read Judges, I think it's 9 or 21, when it talks about how the Benjamins were with the daughters of Shiloh, all right, and they were doing the dances and all that. That goes into ethnic cleansing, man. All right, that's where they end up getting that wartime sexual violence from. You see, because that's what ended up happening. They were bringing ethnic cleansing in the Trails of Tears. That's why they ended up having that wartime sexual violence with our women, raping our women. All right, that's how our women were. They were raped by the so-called white men, and then they ended up having tears along the way. All right, that's why you'll have people that look like our nation, but they're actually fucking tears. They actually go back to the wicked seed line of Esau. All right, because it goes into that wartime sexual violence, man. All right, wartime sexual violence goes in, and ethnic cleansing goes into when they would kill off all the males, all right, of a certain particular group race, all right, and they will only keep the women that didn't have a man. If a woman didn't have a man, all right, she was a virgin basically, all right, she was good to keep. But if they had a man, they will kill off those women too. You see, man, this shit goes deep, bro. All right, so this damn devil, again, we out here celebrating, well, not us, but these damn 2/3 want to go and celebrate this fucking turkey with his legs wide open on the table and shit. All right, that shit is bugged out of your damn mind. And a lot of destruction and judgment is going to be brought upon our people after tonight, man, after this whole weekend. All right, don't be surprised you wake up tomorrow, you just going to hear, we've been hearing all types of judgment being put on the damn news, man. All right. Let me just read a little bit more. That's pretty much the point, you know. It says ethnic cleansing of approximately 60,000 Native Americans, which that's a lie. All right, they're never gonna put the actual number down, man. Millions of our people was massacred, man. All right, not thousands, millions of our people were massacred. And it says of the 5 civilized tribes between 1830 and 1850 by the United States government, tribal members moved gradually with complete migration occurring over a period of nearly a decade. Members of the Cherokee, Muskogee, Creek, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations, including thousands of their black slaves, all right, were forcibly removed from their ancestral homelands in the southeastern United States. All right, by government authorities after the passage of the Indian Removal Act in 1830, the Cherokee removal in 1838. And you know what's funny? They still doing that shit, man. I believe it was today. Yeah, I seen it today. A brother had put it up. It was happening in Austria. It was they went to it was an actual it was one of our brothers, all right, so-called Indian. They were at his home and they were trying to remove him from his land, man. I don't know if that was an old video or if that was just recent, like that it was happening today. You see? But regardless, it's still happening, man. All right, this damn devil, wherever he puts his fucking foot, man, he always trying to take control of everything. You see? He don't stop his shit. All right? But it says by government authorities after the passage of the Indian Removal Act in 1830, the Cherokee removal in 1838, the last forced removal east of the Mississippi was brought on by the discovery of gold near Dahlonega, Georgia in 1828, resulting in the Georgia Gold Rush. And that's why, man, that's why these damn devils came out here, man, and started killing off our people, man, because the riches of this land, all right, the gold, all right, the different things that they ain't see on the other side. And they were bringing that all the way back, man. And along with the slaves that were from here, all right, they were bringing our people back to Spain, all right? Like Pocahontas, man, they grabbed Pocahontas and they took her ass from over here and they brought her back to motherfucking, to Spain, and they straight sold her ass out there, man. Tossed her ass around like a rag doll, man. You see? So, are you holding up traffic, bro? Fuck out of here, man. But yeah, you could do the research, man. Trail of Tears. All right, go into I was trying to see if I could find something on what's that shit called? The Louisiana Purchase. All right, which that goes into Sacagawea and shit like that. All right, which I didn't really get into it too much because I ended up coming out here. But I'm pretty sure that had to do with a lot of, you know, taking land and stealing shit. All right, and that's what this devil does, man. Everywhere he go, he set foot, he try to steal everybody's land. He wants to take control of everything. All right, so when we go out there and you go sit down and you have that turkey once again, and you go celebrate fucking Thanksgiving, all right, you celebrating the ancestors, the death of our ancestors, man, that were raped, murdered, all right? Straight pillage out here. They took our land, all right? I know you brothers probably went in. So lucky I ain't get to them scriptures, because I know if I started going into y'all scriptures, I end up just going off track with what I was trying to do. Let me read this one real quick. Obadiah 1:3. It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right. That's that devil, man. The pride of his heart has deceived him, man. And he going straight into slavery, man. All right. He did all this stuff onto our people. All right, he's going to be done unto him. Just like it tells you in Revelation 13 and 10, man. He that that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth by the sword, all right, must be killed by the sword. So you're going to go through all these things in double. See, Yahweh Shem Yahushua gonna put the spirit on us to fuck your ass up when that time comes, man. All right? Slavery gonna be harsh for you. Because sometimes we sit there and we think and we say to ourselves, like, damn, yo, I don't think we be on with Esau was fucking foul, man. How we gonna top off Esau? Oh, no, we gonna top off Esau. But see, we gonna do it more righteously. We're gonna show you how you're supposed to righteously rule. All right, but it's gonna be pure hell for your people. All right, we're gonna definitely take your women. All right, gonna be all, man, there's gonna be all types of shit going on. All right, and then it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And yeah, we already know that this devil is exalted as the eagle, man. The eagle is everywhere you look in America, man. That's our fucking national bird. All right. Let me see. Their inward thought is that their houses, this is Psalms 49 and 11, it says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Exactly, man. They think that everything is theirs. They think that they're gonna continue to keep ruling forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. All right, but what? The pride of thine heart has deceived them, man. They ain't gonna be ruling forever. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua clearly said that in Matthew 24, man. He said that in Matthew 24. What'd he say? 24 and 1. He said, and Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another, thou shalt not be thrown down. You see, ain't nothing on all your little buildings, all this shit that you building, that you continually keep building, all right, thinking that your ass is gonna rule forever, man. That shit is all gonna be brought down to naught, man. America's gonna be brought down to naught in 1 hour. 1 hour shall America be destroyed in, man. All this shit that you worked hard for. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Job. Job. Come on, man. This is Job 20. Job 20, and I'll read it from, matter of fact, I'll just read it from 5. And it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach onto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Exactly, pertaining to Obadiah 1 and 18, man. All right. You got, matter of fact, 1 in, I think it's like 9 too, when it says that Esau, all right, shall be cut off for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, that shall be cut off forever. All right. Obadiah 1 and 18 tells you what, man, there's going to be 2 bonfires made, man. All right. One for the house of Judah, one for the house of Ephraim, all right, of Joseph. Okay. Salakia. The house of Joseph. And what? Esau's going to be, the house of Esau is going to be made for stubble, man. You're going to be burning. We're going to kindle them, both of you. Both of us are going are kindling, all right, right in you, and we're gonna disintegrate you, man. You ain't never gonna exist again, all right. Just like it tells you here, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. All right. I'm gonna jump down a little bit. To 14, it says, yet his meat in his bowels is turned, and it is the gall of asp within him. All right. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yeah, because everything is going to be coming back to us. Everything is going to be given back to us, man. All right. You're going to restore everything. And it says, He shall suck the poison of asp, and the viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter. That which he labored for shall he restore, and shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein, because he has oppressed who? The elect, all right, our people, and has forsaken the poor, because he has violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Yep, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to lift up that standard against you, man. As soon as you filling up your belly and you continue to keep making all this shit build up more and more, all right? Because you think you're going to live forever. You think you're going to fucking continue on forever with your bullshit, man, but you're not. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to lift up that standard against you, man. And it's going to destroy this place, bring this place down to naught, all right? And then you wicked ass elites that are hiding in the mountains, hiding in the stars, hiding in the mountains, all right? In the water, all that, man. In the bunkers, y'all going to get snatched up. Why? Because the fishers are going to be turned into hunters, man. Because the fishers are the prophets that are out here fishing for the elect. But then we're going to be turned into the hunters, man. We're going to have the spiritual powers, and we're going to come and knock your ass out of your little hiding spots, man. Pull your ass out like nothing, all right? And you're going to be the first fruits that go right into slavery, man. Okay? He put the water waves up. Matter of fact, Bubba Gashaw, if a brother could put that up, I forgot exactly where it's at. How's the scripture go? That defiles the with violence the land is defiled, and it can only be cleansed by shedding the blood of him that shed it. I think it's in like number. I think it's in Numbers. Yeah. Is it Numbers? Yeah, I think it is in Numbers. Let me see if a brother put it up. Bubba Shaw. There it is. Numbers 35. Yeah, I knew it was in Numbers. The water, brother. Appreciate it. Ooh, back to back. Beautiful scriptures. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robberies, and the prey departeth not. You see, this place is full of lies and robbery, man. Everything here has been stolen by this damn devil. All right. You got to understand, Jacob is the beginning of all things. It says Jacob is the former of all things, man. We're the salt of the earth. Everything comes originally from us, man. And these devils are what? The biggest vulture coach, the biggest culture vultures on the planet. Why? Because they're a fugitive and a vagabond, man. They have no home. They have no culture. All right. And when you go into that word fugitive, man, in the blue letter, it says a person that's running from his persecution. That's what he's fucking doing, man. He keeps running away from his persecution. All right. A vagabond because he has no fucking home, man. He ain't nobody. All right. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Woo! Beautiful precept. You see? So this place got to be cleansed. That's why it's going to be a whole lot of bloodshed to you damn devils, man. All right? Because the only way to be cleansing this place is by putting your blood back on it, man. All right? And we can't wait for that. That's the patience of the saints. This nigga. This is First Chronicles. ¿Qué pasa? Huh?
I need one taxi. I want take the taxi.
Okay.
Yeah.
¿Y qué tú quieres que yo haga?
Primo, pues quiero ir para mi casa.
Oh, no, yo no tengo nada. Yo no soy taxi. Llámalo. Ahí. This nigga came up to me, stopped, he bent his L. He just said, I need a he said, you gonna do it for me? I'm like, what? I'm like, what you mean? He's like, you wanna I need a taxi. I need to be taken home. I said, well, nigga, call a taxi. What the fuck? I ain't no taxi. That shit was hilarious, yo. All right. This is First Chronicles 12:8. And he started laughing about it too. And I said that shit. He look at, I'm looking at him like he crazy. This is First Chronicles 12:8. And of the Gadites, they separated themselves unto David into the hold to the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle, that could hand shield and buckler with thick clay. Beautiful precept. See what else we got here. This is a good one too. Job 24:2. Some remove the landmarks, they violently take away flocks and feed thereof. Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH'S, YAHAWAH'S, Barakatah. Adrian. That's right. The chariots did lead him here. The chariots led him over here. I'm pretty sure you was talking about when what was chariots led him in a couple ways. It led the people over here, our tribes over here, the 10 tribes. All right, and also the chariots led Christopher Columbus over here too, because it was all prophecy, man. It was all prophecy to take place like that, man. Because when Christopher Columbus came over here, he was brought over here for a reason, man. So America can be established, man, through prophecy. But if you look into the word, Apostle Gabar talks about it all the time. There's a song called Saint Elmo. And it talks about how it talks about a chariot, basically. I believe that's the name of the song. But they try to tell you that Christopher Columbus got over here because he followed the North Star, which was bullshit, man. He followed the actual chariot that led him all the way down here, man. All right? Because why? It was all meant for prophecy to happen. All right? Ooh. Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth the man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Yeah, that's why this devil gonna be put to death in a harsh manner, man. All them people he done stole, all right. All them people he had done sold in slavery, all right. All these man, this devil, he take everybody captive, man. This devil is a fucking greedy ass person, man. All right. But at the end of the day, the main people he had in his hands was the Israelites. All right, and he gonna have to what? He gonna have to be put to death for that. That went in with these scriptures, man. Beautiful scriptures. But I'm pretty much ended off on that note. All right. So Lord willing, it was edifying. All right. I'm gonna end it off on that note through the spirit. All right. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah YAHAWAH'S, call Haloyim, Yahawah, Bahashem, YAHAWAH'S, Bahashem, Bakat Kudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who grew well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad. The Hakim and the Aqua that's listening in. Yahweh Rakasah, Lord willing that this lesson is edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting in the good fight of faith. How you doing? I don't celebrate none of that, girl. Yeah, yo, yeah, I appreciate the hello. I definitely do. Yeah, how you doing? All right. You patrolling the areas today? Yeah, I missed you for a while, man. I've been looking for you. Yeah, I missed you for a while. You know, I'm supposed to be taking you out, and you over there. You know, you bullshitting. That's all right. We're gonna make time though. All right. But hey, with that being said, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith.